Talk to us a little bit how about this team is going to change. Obviously, having 2 of your stars gone and up in Detroit with Dontrell and Miggy out. How do you replace 2 guys like that?
I think we try and get that feeling back we had 2 years ago. Everybody's so young, and that carefree attitude in the clubhouse, and it translated out on the field, and we won a lot of ball games. So with the new additions, it'd be exciting to see these young guys come out. Spring training will be exciting out in Jupiter. So we need to refocus, work on the things we need to get better during spring training, and move forward.
Pitchers and catchers in 2 months, right?
Yeah, quick though. Those are two guys that they're tough to replace, but
absolutely
hope to see them do well. Yeah,
absolutely, guys. Thank you so much. Happy belated 3rd anniversary, by the way.
All right, thank you.
And happy holidays. Thanks so much for stopping by.
All right.
Eric and Tony, back over to you.
All right, thanks, Jax. Darrell Wright on the defensive end picked up his 3rd block shot. Paul Millsap collects his 3rd foul. Miami with a lead of 11, 1:17 remaining in the 3rd quarter here at the Heat's house.
Darrell had 9 block shots the last 4 games, Eric, so he's got 12 now in 5 games.
Now, you like to see that with Darrell, Coach. He's scoring a little bit tonight with 8 points, but doing some of the other things. Although it's not been a good rebounding night for Darrell, just 1 rebound so far in 22 minutes. Wright had been averaging 5 rebounds a game. He got his hand in the passing lane. The deflection turns into Utah's 14th turnover. Here's Cook. Fading, but hitting.
What a pretty shot, baby. He gets up in the air, one of those old-time Jays where you get as high as you can and shoot it.
That is a picture-perfect looking jumper. You see how squared up he stayed? He was actually fading left, but he kept those shoulders squared to the hoop and was right on target.
He reminds me so much of Byron Scott, the coach of the New Orleans Hornets. They played for Pat Riley with the Lakers, has 3 championship rings, played with Magic Johnson.
Nice pass by Miles.
Yes, he reminds me so much of Byron Scott.
Paul Millsap with the score. Millsap now with 7 points. Jazz bench did much better a night ago when they got 28 from Millsap and 50 points off their bench in Orlando. Miami leading by 11. We near the end of the 3rd quarter here in Miami tonight. Jazz won in Orlando last night by 19. Jay Will missed on the run. He thought he was fouled. 3 seconds left in the quarter. This is Jason Hart. He beat the clock, but couldn't beat the Heat defense for the score. So Miami gets 15 points and 10 rebounds from O'Neal, 13 out of Earl Barron. They shoot 53% through 3 quarters, an 11-point lead to the 4th. We'll be right back. We welcome you back here on Sun Sports to the Heat's house. We're always keeping our eye on the rest of the Eastern Conference. Last night that was easy to do as we scouted Utah. We watched them play at Orlando. It turned out to be a 19-point rout of Stan Van Gundy's Magic. 113-94. Utah won it. Coach, the Magic, this has happened to them recently. Great starts, then they flatline. They've lost 6 of their last 8. They haven't won at home since beating the Heat back on November the 24th. Stan Van Gundy a little harsh in his post-game criticism of his Orlando Magic team a night ago.
Well, I'm sure he's trying to light a fire under them. There's probably little things that they're doing wrong. Last night, you could tell that Utah just totally outplayed them. I watched that game as well as you did, and Utah was on top of that the whole game.
That's C.J. Miles opening the 4th quarter, Coach. I like what I'm seeing out of C.J. Miles. He's got 9 points in this game. The young man is just 20 years old. He was drafted right out of Skyline High School in Dallas. He had verbally committed to go to the University of Texas, but now in his 3rd season in the NBA and just starting to get the hang of things. Of course, Skyline High in Dallas, the same high school that put Larry Johnson into the NBA, only LJ took a detour at UNLV for a few years.
C.J. Miles, I enjoyed, as I mentioned earlier, I enjoyed watching him work out before the game. He really had an intense workout, getting ready mentally and physically to play. Young players can have good strenuous workouts before the game. They got so much energy, it gets them ready to play. Daquan Cook does the same thing before Heat games.
Carlos Boozer comes out of the game with his 5th foul. So it's Millsap, Collins, Miles, Hart, and Williams for Utah. 11 minutes remaining in the game. Miami leading it by 8. And Shaq misses on the hook. Davis on the putback. Ricky has 10 points. So he's been in double figures in both games against Utah. Scored 15 up in Salt Lake.
Ricky averages about 3.5 assists for his career, but this year he's almost up to 4.5. So he's doing a better job rebounding this year than he did in his career.